We had the opportunity to go fishing with country music superstar Granger Smith. Some of us did. Some of us didn't. Mm-hmm. Some of us only got to meet him for like 5 minutes and get a picture with him. Boy, I'd kill myself if I was that guy. So, unfortunately, Jeff wasn't able to make it. He had a bunch of family stuff going on. He's getting ready for his trip to go to the UK.
What a nice picture.
But yeah, that is a cool picture. It has everybody that's important in it. See? Jeffrey's not in that picture. I'm just kidding. We had an excellent day. We got to take Granger Smith out fishing with us on the Detroit River, which was cool because it was cool to show him the city of Detroit from a boat. It's cool to... The most country thing you can really do while into downtown Detroit is go walleye fishing.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's kind of something we do here every single year. There's a big run that goes on here. And you can see that he was actually recording for Yee Life, which is his YouTube channel. So check that out. Also, if you like my hat, the one I'm wearing today, it is the brand new Yee apparel hat, which is pretty cool. I like all of their stuff, though.
I should have worn mine.
Cool gear.
But you're actually on their website.
I am on their website for one of their hats. They use my picture.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they were doing that, but that's okay, Parker. Parker's Granger's brother, the one that runs everything. But we had an excellent time. Best part about it, dude, Ryan and I, like, going to pick him up, I was actually nervous. Because you got to understand, Granger Smith is one of the top 5 people in the world that I would want to meet. Literally top 5. You got the President, The Rock, Conor McGregor, Granger Smith, and Joe Rogan. So those are my top 5 people that I want to meet. And I got to meet Granger. And that wasn't in no particular order. I think Granger Smith would be first, so I'm glad to check that one off. But... to be able to go out and go fishing with him, but going to pick him up, I was pretty nervous. I was like, I'm not going to be a fanboy. I'm not going to freak out. I'm going to be totally cool.
He was about to be.
That's why I was
about
nervous.
to be. I had to talk him down off this edge. We're sitting outside the Fillmore, outside his tour bus. The guy's about to walk out to meet us for the first time, and Kyle pulls up his phone, starts clicking around. On comes Granger Smith music. I'm like, you cannot. No, you can't do that. You can't. He doesn't want to listen to his own music.
That's all I listen to.
I know it is, but that's not what.
Car.
Let's take Granger to work. That's good.
That's literally. I asked him. Well, I didn't say that Kyle turned it on and all that, but I asked him because I was genuinely curious. I was like, "Do you listen to your own music?" And he said, "I listen to it thousands of times before it gets released. So when I do listen to it, it becomes work." And he said, whenever he hears other modern country,
it's work mode.
It's work.
It's like us watching a hunting or fishing show. There's like so many similarities between what we do and he does.
You don't even see the music anymore. It's about what they're doing wrong or what you're doing wrong, what you could be doing better that they're doing now. And it's not even, you're not even listening to music anymore. You're analyzing, you're producing.
Right. One of the coolest part about him is something that you might not like nobody would have picked up on, but this is something that I see. When you're like, because you're meeting someone, you're watching their movements and stuff like that, how they talk and how they act, because, you know, he is famous. He's so well known. He had the Backroad song was the #1 song in the country. He's got an excellent apparel company. He's got Yee Energy. He's got all these, like, YouTube channels. He's just incredible. So I look up to him a lot. So you're, like, watching him. But when we picked him up, so Ryan rode with me to go pick him up. Obviously, Ryan was in the front seat. So we get out of the truck, say hi and stuff. Obviously, Granger was like, "Give me a hug." No, I'm just kidding. Like, he's like, "Who are you again?" The Greenway Outdoor. No, I'm just kidding. He knew who we were. But said hi to him and stuff. We go to get in the car. He went to get in the back seat. Like, he didn't even, like, have an ego to the level.
Get in the back seat right now.
Yeah.
He didn't even have an ego to the level that he would think he would sit in the front seat. He just started getting, I'm like, Granger, you can sit in the front seat, buddy, because Ryan was going to film from the back anyways and stuff. But it was like, that told me a lot about who he truly is, because that's a habit where he was just like, all right, what's the humble position to take? Back seat. Like, he was just nice. That tells you more about him than, because people can fake a lot.
Yeah.
But I just then ended up getting to ride there and have all different conversations with him and spend the day with him and get to know him as a person and ask him all the questions I've always wanted to ask him. And I kind of told him this too, and I went into it a little bit more in depth when it was like one-on-one. But we started the show in 2015. So that was when we started developing the show. That was when we started putting together the idea.
We were filming then.
Yeah, we thought we were filming. But we were in the midst at the time of developing the show, creating the show. I had been watching him for years already. I was a big fan of his for a long time. He's just a really, really cool guy. And by the time that song released and it became #1, we were just starting to get traction on Pursuit Channel. And I remember our first episode had like 30,000 views. Like 30,000 people watched our show, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. And then he took his song to the #1 on the Billboard charts. Now you gotta remember, I was seeing him at the Machine Shop before he really had that many fans.
That's
you know what I mean?
a machine shop somewhere in Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, it's just it's one of his favorite venues still, but it's just a bar. But when I went there to see him and then saw his growth and what he did, and saw that he could accomplish what he was working on, basically the same kind of thing that we're working on. Obviously, ours is a TV show, his is music. And seeing him develop into that, I'll never be able to thank him enough for the inspiration it was for us, to us kind of see like our big brother doing exactly what our goals were to do.
Anytime you see someone and it's like, oh my God, they're famous, they do music, it's like, well, they didn't just pick up a guitar and then now they're playing music and they're famous. Like, it takes a lot.
I was thinking about that, and it's pretty admirable that he was able to stick with it that long.
Yeah.
Like, the guy's 40 years old and he started how long ago? Like,
yeah,
he was 19, I think, and he moved to.
Not that. It's awesome.
He
knew what he wanted to do, and he knew he was going to be successful,
regardless of how many years it took.
Right.
And for that to see, like, to watch him for maybe 3 or 4, and then start our own thing, and then watch him for the next 3 or 4, when he catapulted to the top of the world in country music, it's like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it's so, to me, to get to see like the person that you'd like listen to their music, listen to their podcast, watch their story, watch their social media, watch their motivation, watch their stuff, watch what they do, and then almost mimic it, is just something special for me to get to. Then I'm like picking them up in my truck and riding to go fishing.
That was cool.
Insane. And then spend the time with him. Like I said, we caught some fish, not very many, but of course the bite was on in the morning. Then as soon as we got him out there, it shut off, and we only had a couple hours.
We had to go in the afternoon, which is like the worst time to go.
Right. And then we got to go to the concert that night, which was super cool. And the concert was just awesome.
Yeah,
I got to introduce my niece to him. She was so excited. Lily, the 6-year-old niece.
She got her hat signed.
Yeah, she got her hat signed.
She got her Greenway Outdoors hat signed, too.
It was so cute. Yeah, I know. And it was funny, too, when she walked up to him, I was like, okay, what did you want to ask him? Because she wanted to ask him to sign the hat, and she wanted to ask to get a picture with him. And he's like, hi, Lily. And he like got on her level, and I go, what are you going to ask him? She goes, you were on the Greenway Outdoors. He goes, yes, I was earlier. And I was like, Lily, that's not what I was. Because it seemed like I was pushing her to say that to him, and that was not the case. I was like, oh, but it's okay. And then
what's your favorite color?
So then she ended up getting her picture with him, but it was so cute because she was real nervous right before she's like biting her fingers and stuff. She was getting really, like, when she saw him, she's like, oh my God. Because like in our family, literally, that's all we listen to is him. So she's like, what is this now? So that was pretty stinking cool.